Hi, I'm Christy Conway with Charleston Home and Design Magazine, and I'm here in this very new and very cool house on Sullivans Island with Anita King and Jesse Phipps of Inc. Architecture and Interiors. How are you guys doing?
Great, thanks.
Good. Good. Well, I'm really excited to be here, kind of in preparation for the party tonight. You guys are having a get-together. What's that about?
Well, it's really exciting. The owners were great in letting us show off the house. So we've invited a lot of potential clients, realtors, people in the industry, the contractors coming. A lot of the vendors are helping supply all of the stuff for the party, so we're really excited. We're having a sock party, so the first thing that often gets damaged in houses are the floors.
Right.
So we decided to make it a fun party, and everyone's bringing their fun, colorful, exciting socks to wear around the house and check it out.
Okay, so this is a really good opportunity for you guys to kind of mingle with people you've worked with and potential people to work with.
Definitely,
right?
kind of celebrate, being able to enjoy the finished product, and we're so proud of it, and the homeowners are excited, I think, to show it off and finally be in it. So I'm definitely happy to see everyone and show potential clients too. It's a great opportunity for that.
Sure, I mean, this is definitely the house to do that. This is unique. Tell me a little bit about the house. What makes this house so unique?
Well, I think one thing, the clients were really great. They wanted a really nice, comfortable house, but they didn't want a big house. So they wanted to keep it, we're at 3,800 square feet, so we tried to keep it reasonable for a family of four, but really high quality finishes and, all the amenities that one would want in a luxury home, but not get crazy on it being really big and kind of, I think it's a very underspoken architecture. When you look at it from the outside, it looks like it's been here forever.
I'm surprised that it's 3,800 square feet because you really have got it all. I mean, you have an office, you have a guest room, the two kids' rooms, the master. There's even a playroom. And it doesn't feel cramped in any way. So,
Thanks.
good job. So tell me a little bit about the kids' playroom because I think that's a cool aspect.
When we first started, the kids' den was a high priority. The homeowners wanted to have a space for the kids to be kind of out of the way, but still very visible because they're very young. So we have the kids' den kind of back behind the kitchen, so the homeowners can be cooking and she can see right into there and see them. We also have a drink station kind of right next to that doorway, so that the kids can kind of go in there, get all their food and their drinks, and then go on and play, and don't have to go into her workspace for that.
I think the beauty of actually building your own home is really you get to kind of design it for your needs, and it seems like they've really done that in this space. I mean, not only do you have that kids' playroom, den, did you call it? Okay.
Kids' den.
Kids' den. But you also have the entrance, I believe, in the back for the future pool, and that's so neat because it's not there yet.
Right.
But you're prepared to have it.
Yeah, one of the thoughts is, just plan long term. What do you ultimately want to do with the entire project? And so we kind of thought future, what would you want to do? Would you want to ever add anything? And a pool was really one of the things they really wanted, but their kids are so young now, it didn't make sense to add it at this time. So we made sure we did all of the calculations for square footage and lot coverage and where it would sit and how you would actually utilize it with the house now, to think how you could design the house now to accommodate a pool later. So that's what we really worked on.
Same is true for the elevator. We've got stacked closets too.
Correct. It's a very young couple with young kids. They don't really need an elevator. But for resale, it does make sense on the island, since it is an elevated house, that a future, it could be an older couple or it could be someone in need of a access via elevator. So we stacked the closets so that you could pop out the floors. I mean, structurally, it's set that those floors can pop out and add an elevator in the future. So I think it works really great.
What's your favorite design element? I'm going to ask both of you. So.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't prepared for this one. I think I love the mudroom area and the powder bath. That was really fun. We did a neat tile floor in that area to kind of help mask people coming in and out and stuff. And then the powder room is right off of there. We did a high wainscot with a really colorful wallpaper on top that the homeowner was really excited about. So that was a neat space. We really prepared for it, and we have a nice low bench and hooks for towels and book bags, and it's at the rear of the house so the kids can come in and out and kind of have their drop zone for that. So that was a neat, very, very useful area, but also like very beautiful and really fun to look at.
And the tile is actually done by Melser
Tile did all the tile. They did a great job. Yeah, and you can see the herringbone tile was a great feature at the back of the range.
Okay,
That
cool.
was fun.
And what about you?
Well, I actually have two. I like the doors. We did custom doors, so I designed the doors. That's always been one of my things that I love about a house is kind of the entry door and how it kind of establishes it. So we actually designed matching front door and a complementary mudroom door to come in from the two sides. So they're custom designed for what I drew them as, and they're mahogany doors from Brannon. And then we've also taken really a lot of attention to the ceilings. That was kind of my baby. We just sat and we worked out how all of the ceilings would work together. There's a lot of wood in this house. There's a lot of wood on the ceilings. We did a lot of great ceiling designs, reclaimed wood beams. We also did a pattern over the front door, and we made sure to drop soffits and such so that we could have continuous crown in all the rooms that we have crown in. And we just really kind of thought through that entire process about what you're eventually going to be seeing on the ceiling as well, so that you're not just looking at a
Kind of
drywall
seems
ceiling with
forgotten in a lot of homes, I think.
So those are my two favorite features.
And we were able to really play up all the trim work, painting
Yeah.
it, the kind of grayish color really highlights it, and like Anita said, it continues around the whole space and really unifies it.
And the ceilings in the kids' room, too. I mean, those are very unique.
Right. We tried to, one, keep the kids' rooms pretty equal in size, shape, and they are in peaks of the roofs. So we played up that with some wood tongue and groove ceilings and stained the little boys and painted the little girls. So they have some great little wood accents.
Yeah, very masculine and feminine. Kind of cool that way. And they look, at least in the little boys' room, almost like nautical.
Yeah.
And you also have custom cabinetry in there. Is that right?
We do. Carolina Kitchens did all of our cabinetry, and we designed every bit of trim work in the house. And so we had custom cabinets built throughout all of the rooms, including the little boys' closet system. So we had the whole closet system and little desk built in as one stained unit, so it kind of complemented that ceiling.
Right. The stain is so similar. And the knobs on the cabinetry are very cool. What
Yeah,
exactly?
we did the deck cleats.
Yeah. That's what they're
To
called,
kind of
okay.
help go along. Yeah, I didn't know until we started doing it too. But to go along with the whole feel, and they just kind of add a really neat look to it, just something a little bit different.
Well, I think my favorite room is the office, kind of behind us over here. It's long and thin, and I think probably, I mean, after speaking with the homeowner, perfect for her needs. Can you talk a little bit about how that came to be?
Well, the homeowner works from home most of the time, and so we did add the kids' playroom on this side so that she can have some separation when she's actually working and has someone helping her with the children. And she needed a space, but she said, really, I just use a laptop and a computer. I don't need a lot of space. And oftentimes you have guest rooms that have bathrooms and all of these needs, and we thought, why don't we share some of the common things? So we've kind of have an entryway for the guest room and her to the bathroom, and then we have her with some windows and access to the decks so that she can relax on the deck and work on her laptop, or she can work in her office, and then she can open up glass doors into the living room and be part of the area, or she can close it off when she needs privacy. And I think it really suits her needs. It's just a really simple but functional office for her.
And how long have you been working with the client?
We started about 2 years ago. Started from beginning to end. So it's been a fun process. Anita, did you enjoy
So
it?
yeah, I mean, it was great. We were referred to the client. The client called us, and I came and met them out on site. They still had an existing house on the piece of property when we started. It was really simple. Gave them a proposal. We started right away, and we had to go through several design issues here on the island. There's some review boards that we had to go through. But overall, it was a pretty simple, straightforward process for them. And then we interviewed some contractors, and they selected one, and we've been in the construction process probably a little over a year now.
Okay.
But it's been great. We've been on site quite a bit throughout the process to see how everything was going and answer questions and make sure all of the finishing touches came out exactly like we wanted, and it was a great process. And it was pretty streamlined. I know 2 years seems like a really long time, but for a custom house of this magnitude and detail, it really is probably a standard amount of time to get from point A to point B.
Would you say that architects normally are that involved, or is it because you've got the interior design element as well that you're kind of with the client that whole time?
Well, I think it's a couple of different things. One, I have a construction management degree in addition to architecture degrees, so I have always been passionate about knowing the process through staying with the project throughout to make sure what we draw is actually being implemented. And if, a lot of times you have to think, we are drawing things that are printed on 2D sheets of paper. Sometimes that translates into 3D in a different way, so you have to be accessible to the contractor to talk through how that actually you want it to look. So from a construction standpoint, I've always enjoyed being involved. I want to see the project all the way through. This is kind of my baby, and I want it to, come out exactly like I wanted it to. And then from an interior standpoint, it really was helpful to add that into our services so that it all correlates together. I mean, I think sometimes when you have an architecture firm and then an interior designer come in after the fact, the two don't necessarily correlate together, because we started doing furniture plans before we even issued the drawings for permits, so that we could think through how all of the spaces worked. And then color schemes and all of that get implemented early on and during construction, so that the whole idea is cohesive and that we work together as a big team.
Yeah, all the finishes and selections, the color schemes, that was all selected, really knowing what the homeowner was looking for. And then the furnishings and accessories and all the finishing touches really just fell into place so easily because we had such a great blank slate. To start with, and kind of knew the vision from start to finish, exactly what we were looking for.
And those are the fun parts. So you think the homeowner really wants to kind of plan for that instead of it being an afterthought. You know?
Right. It definitely just made it very easy.
And how long has Inc. Architecture been in the Low Country?
I got established about 4.5 years ago. Okay. And Jesse's been with me about 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you both were on this project throughout the whole process.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the other great aspect I think with ours firm is Jesse also does a lot of drawings. I think one aspect that's missing in some interior design firms is that it's more of a decorating service instead of a design service. And so we have the full design service. So if she wants a cabinet to look a specific way, she can draw it up and give it to the cabinet designer.
And we work hand in hand with the architecture and interior design. I mean, I helped with all the architecture layouts too. We definitely collaborated on both of it so that it all went together, and I think it helped for a better outcome in the end. That we were all on the same page, kind of with the same vision.
Because not only are you kind of schooled in architecture and in construction, but you're really schooled in interior design. You're ASID, is that right? Okay.
I have an interior design degree.
Because anyone can kind of say, I decorate, but I mean.
And what's great about this project, this is a dream project because you get to do not just the pillows and the colors, but we did all of the selections, all the interior design, all the details, and I get to work that out with Anita, and that's what I really love about it.
Cool. Do you have any advice for people that might be looking for an interior designer and architect?
I think it's great to have a team approach. I mean, like we do. I think that makes the whole process go a lot better. You've got everyone on the same page, kind of thinking of the design as a whole and not as pieces. So I think that's probably the best. And to develop a team early on, I mean, if you can get the contractor on early, I think that helps as well, because then you're all one team working for the same goal. And I think it works out really great that way.
Okay. Do you have a website so people can
check out your work? It's incarchitecturellc.com.
Okay. And you guys have bios on there, right?
We do.
So you can learn more about them on their website. And do you have a phone number they can give you a call?
Yes, 843-882-7810.
Okay. Well, we've been speaking with Jesse Phipps and Anita King of Inc. Architecture and Interior Design. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank-